All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you guys the winner of Night 2 predictions for WrestleMania 37, the randomizer.
Boo!
Yeah.
Welcome to TFS Pod, otherwise known as the Fuse Show Podcast. It's 24/7 Lou, and that's
Ric-Hard, wondering where I went wrong.
and that's
The one-man band. Man.
yes,
I don't want to talk about it.
yes, folks.
I quit.
No, Lou, you got to give the randomizer an intro too. You know, it's only fair.
Well, yeah, they are on this episode, and the winner. Well, we'll get to it, but let me just let them say a few words. Okay, shut up. You shut up. You relax. Okay, relax. You sit over there. So, okay, welcome to TFS Pod, otherwise known as the Fuse Show Podcast. Number one show in your heart, number one show on YouTube, number one show in your girlfriend's heart. And yes, your pet loves us more than you. So, welcome to TFS Pod. Tonight we will be talking about, in this segment, we will be talking about WrestleMania 37, Night 2. Yes. Shut up. Sit down. Relax. So, yes, Night 2, which was...
It was a night.
It was a night.
I call it revenge for WrestleMania 30.
So, one man band, say the line that everybody loves.
Ric-Hard, get the scoreboard.
All right, so much like night one's results, nothing changes. Lou, one man band, you're both at 4 points apiece in the lead.
Yeah,
I'm still at second place with 3 points trailing you guys. Jay Fuse at 1 point, and now he's tied with new person on the board, the randomizer, who is now at 1 point apiece also.
Calm down, sit down.
And then everyone else is at 0.
Including Bogey.
Including Bogey, who is now officially worse than Dice.
I said sit down, calm down. Yes, you see, this is tough having the randomizer here. But yes, that's what we have. So, okay.
What is he playing Yahtzee or something? What the hell?
It's just yapping away because it's happy or something. I don't know. I'm telling calm down. It's been like this since Sunday. So, yeah, okay. So, let's go with the first match that we had. Ric-Hard, what was it?
Do we have to talk about the first match?
Yeah, seriously.
We have to talk about the first match. The shortest match of both nights, by the way. 5 minutes and 50 seconds. Randy Orton versus The Fiend.
Wait. I want to add this. Shortest match of the night, but the longest storytelling to reach WrestleMania.
Yeah, 6 months worth of build.
What a waste. And what happened?
So, as much as I would like to say, it was a squash match. The Fiend got his win back. He defeated Randy Orton. It was all nice and dandy. No, we had The Fiend get a really cool intro. He came out of what is essentially a jack-in-a-box. Or as Cole would call it, a box-like structure. We had a very quick-paced opener. The Fiend launched himself off the box. He started beating up Orton. He was no-selling the DDTs on the apron, all that stuff.
Oh, yes.
And then right at the end of the match, he's about to hit Sister Abigail. Boom. Alexa Bliss, who is pretty much just oozing out, that black liquid from the top of her forehead, is sitting there looking like, I don't know what to call it, like some kind of metal goth rock.
Looking like she just bladed for like New Jack or something from ECW.
which I think it proved.
There, yeah.
I think that match proved one thing. It takes Alexa Bliss 6 minutes to get dressed into a new outfit.
Yes, she had to less than 6 minutes. It takes her less than 6 minutes to change
5:50.
outfits. 5:50. That's the time.
Good observation.
Which means it takes her about half that time to get to undress.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That's the more interesting stat. Interesting stat.
So, and in the predictions battle, how did that go?
So, let me review this. It looks like everybody picked the Fiend to win, except for what's this? The randomizer. Now, I would like to ask. I would like to ask the randomizer. What was your logic into thinking that Randy Orton, despite all the booking, would beat the Fiend?
Because there's like 6 months of storytelling, but yeah.
I was gonna say the randomizer says 6.
Oh, hold on. Oh, 6 came up. Oh. So yeah. Off the bat, the randomizer took a win.
This was like Bizarro World WrestleMania. It made no sense.
Yeah. For
the Fiend to lose. And what's worse is the follow up. They're just not going to follow this up. It looks like.
Yeah.
The Fiend and Bray Wyatt are going to go their own way. Randy Orton's already got him as an afterthought.
The Fiend and
Alexa Bliss is doing her own thing too.
Yeah.
They're all going their separate ways with no payoff.
What a waste
at all. Yeah.
Yeah. The Fiend could no sell 15 stomps, but 15 curve stomps, no effect. 1 RKO, enough for a 3 count.
It's over.
All right, next match.
I don't even. Okay.
Nia Jax.
It was Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus the winners of the Tag Team Turmoil match, Tamina and Natalya. And I want to say this because this was probably the funniest thing I read all week. Someone who was in the crowd commented the best argument. No. They said even Tamina was getting cheers, which is crazy. And if I gotta say one thing, that's got to be the best argument for 2 nights of WrestleMania I've ever heard, because that would not happen if all of night 1 and 2 was compressed into one night. People would not cheer for Tamina to that extent.
No question. You're right.
They would save their energy for other stars, and I'm just like, okay.
Because also too, they were both heels. Tamina and Natalya were heels to the tag team participants in the previous night. They were heels. They were the bad guys, and so is Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. So it was like 2 heels facing each other. But yeah. Oh, also,
yeah.
In our predictions,
as Natalya likes to say, let's not live off our father's names anymore. As she comes out to Bret Hart's theme song.
And can't do a proper move. What is it?
The discus clothesline?
No, the one. No, not her. Natalya.
Yeah, doesn't she do the discus clothesline?
No,
and the sharpshooter.
The sharpshooter.
She does.
Yeah, she did. I don't know too much. I think it's because of Nia Jax being too big. They were trying to sell that.
And in our predictions, how was it? 4 of us had picked TBA, and Jay Few, went against us and picked Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler to win.
Let me see. Hold on. I think the randomizer picked TBA also. Yeah. So the randomizer was the only one with a point on the board at this point, and then only Jay Few got a point on the board. So we were essentially, again, for night 2, the experts, all 3 of us were out on the outs, looking in, going, "What the heck's going on?"
Yep. I had that feeling.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be a troll night after that. I was just like, okay, what are we doing here?
All right, and now the third match that we had.
If I'm not mistaken, the third match of the night was Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens.
Yes.
With Logan Paul on the outside.
Which really didn't do much outside. I thought he was going to interfere, but he didn't do anything. He just sat there.
No, I kind of, halfway through the match, I kind of figured I knew where it was going. I'm like, Logan Paul's not going to do anything. Sami Zayn's going to lose, and then he's going to blame Logan Paul for not helping him, being part of the conspiracy also.
Didn't one of us
Logan Paul's going to...
Didn't one of us predict that he would interfere or something, or he would turn on Sami Zayn or something during the match?
I thought... Okay, so here's the thing that I thought would turn into something that it ended up not turning into. They went in the video package. They hover over the fact that when Kevin Owens stunners Sami Zayn on Raw or whatever, he pushes past Logan Paul after the fact, and that brush aside is like really, really focused on. when Kevin Owens does that.
Oh,
and I'm just like, oh, Logan Paul's going to do something at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
But I also thought to myself, like, why would you do that if I'm going to be a heel? But then, you know, they didn't end up doing anything. Logan Paul actually was like, oh, he's cool with Owens. He raised his hand and everything. And Owens was the one who gave him a stunner just because. And I'm just like, oh, he's the new Austin.
All I'm saying is that during that match, the only reason to have Logan Paul there was so he could have better seats than everybody else in the arena. Everybody's in the stadium. Because he just sat there. He didn't do anything.
Him getting the stunner got a pop.
No, at the end.
Him getting the stunner got a pop.
But during the match,
which was nice.
He had a great seat. He had a wonderful seat. He was next to the announcers. What other fan could beat that? So, at the end, that was good. But, he got in the ring. But congratulations, Logan Paul, on your WWE fan experience moment. That's how I felt about that. Because he didn't put, like I said, I thought he was going to interfere or do something on the outside. And don't sit down. Stand on the side of the ring. Run back and forth. Do all the stuff that other people do. Like cheering Sami or whatever. But not just sitting there like, huh, what? What's going on? So, yeah.
The announcers played it up. The announcers played it up like Logan Paul didn't want to get involved in the outcome. Because he was like, oh, I don't want to get involved or anything. And he just wanted to sat there to be a viewer. And I was like, oh, okay.
Good seats.
At least they're explaining why he's sitting there.
Good seats. So, okay, next match.
Next match, if I am not mistaken, ended up being, I might have the order mixed up here. Feel free to catch me if I do. But I think it was Matt Riddle versus Sheamus.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
I like that match.
And I liked the spot where Sheamus catches him on the lion salt.
Oh yeah, that was
moonsault and takes the brogue kick, which was a good. Even though he kind of messed up on that, Riddle was bleeding from the mouth because it obviously caught him in the mouth pretty bad. But I still like the look of it. I'm glad I picked Sheamus. My cynicism paid off. I'm like, no, they're not going to put over Matt Riddle. Sheamus.
Now,
who's actually had a pretty bad WrestleMania streak going on. He had to put over a 10-year-old not too long ago. Let's not forget.
Now, for me, the only thing that took away from that was like kind of goes a minus is that I saw that match on Raw a few weeks ago. So it wasn't like
you also saw
it was repeat.
No, but you also
Mania.
saw Sheamus botch a. You also saw Sheamus botch a Celtic cross off the top rope.
Yeah. One-man band.
That would have looked cool if he landed it. Yeah,
the one-man band. What was your take on this match?
Well, I kind of looked at it in the sense of, you guys remember we talked about this about Sheamus. Like, Sheamus officially owns Florida. Because if you remember WrestleMania 28,
oh gosh,
WrestleMania 28, he here down here in good old South Florida.
Don't live here. Don't be hometown.
He squashed Daniel Bryan in 17 seconds or 18 seconds, I think it was. What the World Heavyweight Championship.
18 seconds, yep.
Yeah. And then now here in Tampa, he wins the U.S. belt. So it just automatically tells me that, he owns Florida. And if I'm not mistaken, WrestleMania 33 that was in Orlando, did he have a match? I
don't remember. No, I don't think he did.
I don't remember.
I think it was out. That's when he came back with the Mohawk later on that year. I don't think he did.
Did a pre-show match with Cesaro or anything?
Okay, yeah. Oh, they might have been the bar at that time. Yeah. I didn't think about that.
I'm not too sure about that. I think he came back the Raw after.
Yeah, because I was gonna say the tag champs at the time were because that was when the Hardys came out, and then it was it was Gallows.
Oh, that was the match. He was there, and he lost. That was where Hardy did the swanton onto him and Cesaro.
That's
and Cesaro took most of it.
Yes. That's true.
I was gonna say somebody pointed out Sheamus's win-loss record at WrestleMania. It's 6-2, right? He only has 2 wins at WrestleMania. And my friend goes, he's thinking about it. He goes, Daniel Bryan. And I said, and Daniel Bryan, because they had a U.S. title match the year before.
Oh,
that's right.
He only had win up until this past weekend. Sheamus only had wins at WrestleMania against Daniel Bryan.
That's funny. Okay, so there you go. So Sheamus officially owns Florida and Daniel Bryan. And
I was gonna say he beats internet favorites.
He beats internet favorites. So you and there you go. He beat another internet favorite. So, but honestly, I saw it. It just I didn't think Riddle. It didn't look strong, the booking to have him be at WrestleMania. I think now you'll have enough time to build him up again. Starting to give him that determination factor. And now you've got Sheamus as the U.S. champ, who's been a U.S. champ a number of times before, so he can run with it. I think eventually I think Riddle will probably get his win back against Sheamus and get the belt. So there might be a trade-off of wins for a little bit. But I think it was the right call. I think not saying that even because I picked Sheamus to win. It's just I thought that it was better off because my sentiment was if you have a heel win the mid-card title, you're gonna have a face win the world title. But
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
yeah. Well, man, I was gonna say that would have made sense, but what we got was someone who just didn't want to make sense.
So going into that match, all 5 of us, the predictions that we had, we all had 1 point going into that match. Walking out of it, 4 of us had 2 points, and one, Jay Few, had only 1 point. So okay, the field is shaping up for the night. On the predictions,
we were all evened out. We were like, all right, it's all even. It's all good.
And I mentioned this now. The next match, I mentioned this to the one-man band. I said, this match is make or break for you. So what was that next match, Ric-Hard?
That next match was Apollo Crews versus Big E for the Intercontinental title. And, if we thought the logic of, have a heel win the mid-card so that the face wins the main event, let's let the one-man band take the floor on this.
Yeah, lead us on your pick and why. Again.
So I kind of saw the writing on the wall with the whole build-up of, you guys already know how I feel about Apollo Crews. I've said it God knows how many shows already. AKA Megastar, in quotations. And the way that I saw this building up, where he lost at Fastlane against Big E, and then suddenly decides to dig into his Nigerian roots and become this guy that's now speaking with an accent, and also brings out a stipulation that had never been talked about before, Nigerian drum match, which I had already said which I keep saying that had it been an actual Nigerian drum match where like a la Rock Band or Taiko Drum Master, I think would have been better. Mm-hmm. 2 drums in the middle of the ring and whoever has the bigger string wins the belt. That would be great. But on all jokes aside, I just felt like Apollo, they wanted to I feel like they wanted to give him a WrestleMania moment. Because I know that he had won the U.S. belt some time ago. And then, Big E, I feel like they're getting ready to push him to the main event status. So I think this was the right time to get the belt taken off him. And also, which I had totally forgot about, Big E's from Tampa. So the fact that Big E's from Tampa, and this was in Tampa, you know how it is. The hometown people don't get their wins. No.
Wait, where are you from? No. You're from here? Okay, you're gonna lose.
You're gonna lose.
Oh, yeah, you lose.
Unless if you're The Rock. If you're The Rock, then you're gonna win.
Or Naomi.
But
I think you told me.
Naomi
did win. Yep.
And Naomi by proxy is married to who? So one of the Usos who happens to be cousins of The Rock. So yeah, there you go.
So yeah. And they didn't use a drum. I was upset about that. Somebody hit somebody with a drum.
They were on the outside. Nobody got hit with one. Yep.
Nobody got hit with one. Yeah.
So okay. So scoreboard wise, for this one, this was separating the men from the dice.
The men from the dice. Oh my gosh! Essentially, at that point, it was basically. The
score was.
How do I put this?
The score, you had 2. The one-man band had 3. I had 2. J. Few had 1. And the randomizer had 3.
Yep. It essentially came down to 2 people.
With 2 matches to go.
We had the same picks at that point. 2 matches to go. Me and one-man band were essentially tied on our picks. Yeah. Lou, you also had the same pick, I think, for your finish. So it was essentially just going to be either the randomizer or one-man band winning. I openly said it. I said, hey, I'm rooting for the dice at this point. I can't afford for the lead to grow.
Before you get to the end of it, let's get to the next match, which was Asuka and Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's Championship, which everyone predicted Rhea Ripley to win.
Yep. Which I was partially surprised by because Asuka also hasn't really had a good time at WrestleMania, to say the least. But I think it just came down to we want to see Rhea Ripley get the win because we've seen how they treat Asuka's title reign. What really bugs me is it should have been a bigger moment because I actually like Rhea Ripley's work. Mm-hmm. Granted, I think it would have been better if Rhea Ripley didn't get the live band intro.
I think it was rushed
because I was like, yeah, it was kind of rushed with that finish too. Mm-hmm. I was like, we gotta save time. We gotta save time for Bayley, Hogan, and Titus O'Neil and the Bella Twins
for their segment.
I was just like, I mean, I get the intro segment and I get the last segment, I guess. The one that didn't make sense to me was the Bischoff one. It really did feel, and I made this comment before, it really did feel like they just had Eric Bischoff appear just so that they could pass the line of, if you ever want to appear on a real show.
Oh, yeah.
And they just wanted to take a shot at AEW. I was like, he appeared at AEW. Okay. That was the only thing that was, I was like, what was the point of that segment? Just to have Bayley be cringe?
Yeah.
But back to the women's match. It didn't get as much attention as it should have. But way to go, Rhea Ripley. I liked the spot that they did at NXT, where they had her, Bianca, and Raquel Gonzalez hold their respective singles women's championship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. This was the year that WWE showed they're not reliant on the 4 horsewomen.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus Alexa Bliss, I guess. Because all 5 of them came from pretty much the same call-up.
Mm-hmm.
And they all took a backseat this WrestleMania in some way or another. Sasha was the only one with a proper match, and she pretty much passed the torch on there to Bianca Belair, despite still not having a win at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how the women's won. And now the main event. What was that?
Main event. Score was tied in the lead.
Oh yeah. So I'm
you
sorry.
got the randomizer and one-man bands. Pretty much game point.
Hold on. Let me say the score here. The score by the end of that match was 3 for you, 4 for the one-man band, 3 for me, 2 for J Few, and 4 for the randomizer. You like how I do that, right?
Yeah, I like how you do that. Yeah, J Few's there.
Yeah, I was trying to do like how they do in basketball when they announce the visiting team. And number 23, Michael Jordan. What? That's the biggest guy in the whole thing. Number 23, number 33, Scottie Pippen. And it's really quiet.
And when they score a point at the visiting team, Michael Jordan.
Yeah. So at that point, yes, the battle was between the one-man band and the randomizer. And the match that we had next was... Go ahead, take it, Ric-Hard.
The main event.
Yep.
The main event for the Universal title. Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan versus Edge. Need I remind you, most of us picked Daniel Bryan. Jay Few picked Edge. And the randomizer went with the bold pick.
Bold.
Roman Reigns.
Bold.
It was bold, dude. He was essentially, we were saying, yeah, Vince McMahon's going to and let the WrestleMania weekend end with everybody booing their screen.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So what do you guys think of that match?
What do I think of that match? You want to know what I think about that match? Well, actually, you know what? I'll let Woman Man give his thoughts first.
You want the you want the honest one, or do you want the politically correct?
Let loose.
That's man. Look, I'm gonna say it like this. I did call months ago that there was going to be a triple threat at WrestleMania. Obviously, it was none of the three people I talked about.
Yeah.
But we did have a triple threat match. But Jesus, man, why have a triple threat match? Why? Like, why even have it like this if the end wasn't going to be Roman Reigns? You know, like, there could have been so many ways that this could have gone. And not even because of the points. Not even because of the points. I don't even care about the points at this point. But at this rate, I don't even care about the points. It's just, there's so many ways you could have gone about this. First off, this is night 2 of WrestleMania. As I've iterated earlier today, you haven't had a crowd in over a year. You have not had a crowd in over a year. You want the fans to leave in a feel-good moment. You want to see fireworks. You want to see pyro going off. You want to see the triumphant person that people were cheering for to win. And what happens? You get Roman Reigns, who won by a chair concerto, which I don't think he's ever won like that. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the first time he's ever won by that manner, because it's usually spear, Superman punch, and or some kind of like power move. But this time he stacked Daniel Bryan and Edge and just slammed their heads together with a chair concerto, and he pinned both of them, which we actually said, hey, technically didn't if he pinned. One on top of the other, doesn't this person win it? You know, but obviously no. It's the commanding body is the one that wins this. Roman Reigns wins.
With the help of Uso, Jey Uso.
With the help of Uso.
I'll cover that. I'll cover that in a moment. Go ahead, finish.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead. And actually, so by that accord, you know, you basically gut punched everybody in the breadbasket. You know, you sent 25,000 fans upset that after a year of waiting for wrestling and waiting to see something, and this is the biggest night of the year for wrestling. And what do? You tell them, hey, Vince McMahon, you're not going to get what you want because I own this. And that's that. You know, you got Roman Reigns as the champion. You could have easily, in my opinion, had Edge win it. Let's say, and then Friday Night SmackDown comes up, and just have some kind of a rematch clause. I know there's no rematch clauses anymore, but something about Roman being just like, hey, you need to face me, and Roman beats him so bad that he goes away. You know, and that's not the way that you write him off for the limited matches that he has to do. You know, but. No. Now they decide they're going to do Roman Reigns, and quite possibly they're saying that they even want to make him be the champion all the way up to WrestleMania 38.
Oh, man.
So let's see how that goes, because apparently that will put him right in line to beat CM Punk's record of the modern era of holding the belt. So we'll see. So I hope not, but we'll never know. We didn't think Roman Reigns was going to win in WrestleMania, and he did so. Anyway, yeah, that's my thought.
Ric-Hard, what do you think?
Yeah.
What do I think? I think it's bullshit that Roman Reigns won. That's what I think.
Yeah.
All right, let me start off what I said at the beginning of the night. First off, Jey Uso keeps getting involved in Roman's matches, and it's really, I get that his job is to be the annoying lackey, but he's really good at it. He's really good at it. And I remember watching the match. I remember watching the match and seeing Edge like hit Jey Uso in the leg with like the steel steps, sandwich his leg with the steel steps, and I was like, yes, oh my gosh, yes, get him out of this match already. It might as well just be Roman Reigns versus Edge versus Daniel Bryan with Jey Uso in the fourth person for some reason. I'm just like, get him out of this match. And I see the officials like grabbing Jey Uso early on in the match, like, oh, he's got to go to the back, this and that. I'm like, no, Edge, concerto him now. He's still moving. He's gonna be back.
He's still moving.
I'm like, he's still moving. Do you all remember? I swear, Jey Uso is like that annoying lackey that doesn't go away, and I just had flashbacks to him costing me points with Kevin Owens versus Reigns. I was like, stop coming back, get out of the way. And I'm just like, you can't. From now on, whenever a Roman Reigns title match happens, I'm gonna be like, where's Jey Uso? Where's Jey Uso? Jey Uso's gonna get involved. Where is he? Has he been sufficiently removed from the equation? From now on, I insist upon that. However, you had Edge had the perfect spot to take out Reigns. He had them both laid out. He had Bryan and Reigns laid down there for the concerto. Both of them set aside on the ground. Who did he go for first? Bryan, which effectively eliminated Bryan from the match after that. I was like, that's a spot that you don't do unless you're going to take him out of the match. So I'm like, all right, there you go. Bryan's not winning the match anymore. Unless they somehow manage to stall for time for the next like 20 minutes, like Bryan's not winning this match. So I'm just like, okay. So it's just Edge. I'm like, okay, I guess Edge is winning. And then when he went to do the concerto and then Jey Uso got involved, I said, oh my gosh. I'm like, no, Reigns is going to win. And then I thought to myself, oh yeah, now the dice win.
Oh, man.
And I said, whew, thank goodness. I said, thank goodness. Now that lead doesn't widen, and I actually have a chance.
Now, good.
And I said to myself, "What a week! What a week!" Now, all three members of TFS Pod won the 24/7 title. Me with NXT Stand and Deliver, Lou with WrestleMania Night 1, and the Dice on Night 2.
Randomizer is the name.
The randomizer.
It's
You're
not
right.
a champion.
Right. I gotta put some respect on that name, okay?
It has respect. It earned it on that night too.
Historic.
So I want to ask the randomizer, why did you go with Roman Reigns? Loser.
What's the randomizer say?
I don't know. I don't speak dice. All it said was,
you can't read the dice?
All it said is 6 and 4.
6 and 4. 10. It was a perfect 10, huh? 10 out of 10.
Oh.
So yeah.
Ty Dillinger to WWE confirmed.
So yeah, folks.
It rates WrestleMania Night 2 as a 10 out of 10. Okay.
Oh. Yeah. Oh God, that was. So yeah, that was WrestleMania 37, Night 2, and yeah, you can hear the emotion in us that we all have, even the winner. Calm down, sit over there. You can hear the emotion, but yeah, we can't wait till the next matchup and the next battle, because I'm enjoying the one-man band's new streak.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, he's 2 away. He's 2 away from having to put pants on. The ultimate TFS pod champ.